Put your hand together, let's have some church, y'all. Come on, clap your hands like you go to somebody's church. Come on. The song says, here we go. There is power, so much power, power in the name of Jesus. Power. Come on, clap your hands. So much power. There's power in. I can have your power. Jesus, I need your power. Jesus, I need your power. Over 2,000 years ago, you came all the way down and you walked in flesh. You know we was already a mess, but we got to have your power. That same power that showed that it gave you from on high to allow you to come and look like me, come and walk like me. But every now and again, I got to fall on my knees and say, I need your power. Lord, I need your power. I said, Lord, I need your power. I'm not talking about SC&G. I'm not talking about Sandy Cooper. I don't need no Berkeley Electric. Oh, I need victorious dominion now. But you are the only one that got dominion over the world.
Hey, good evening, family. This is Keithon Bibles from Gossip Music Podcast. Before we get started, if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. We got a special guest with us today. Took me a minute to get him here, but we finally able to do it. He go by the name, his government name is TJ Bryan, but everybody know him on Instagram and YouTube at Six String. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's happening with you, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Before we even get started, man, let me say thank you for taking out the time to talk to me.
No problem, man. No problem.
Man, it's early Saturday morning. We want to make
Yes,
sure
sir.
we do this, so we both got up before the crack of dawn.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, so tell everybody where you from, man.
Originally from Tampa, Florida. Right now I'm residing in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tampa, Florida, man. How long you been in Tulsa?
Man, I've been in Tulsa for like 2 years. Going on 2 years now.
Tulsa got that strong gospel scene right now. I talked to Matt Ramsey a couple months ago. Man, y'all doing some things up there in Tulsa, man.
We're trying to make it happen, man. We're trying to make it happen, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We're trying to make it happen.
So, man, did you ever watch YouTube, watch Instagram? He go by the name of Six String, man. He's one of the baddest bass out there. He got a new project out. So tell everybody, man, how you got started playing.
I got started playing. My father, he had a quartet family group called the Bryant family.
Oh,
and
okay.
My uncle was playing the bass at the time, and I was playing drums. And my uncle ventured out, wanted to do other things, and we was left without a bass player. So I kind of picked up the bass and immediately started playing. So a lot of people think I went to school and stuff like that, man. Like, the old Walkmans they used to have back in the day with the tape players?
Yeah.
Man, I used to go to sleep with learning a song or whatever, man, and sleep on it. And it's like I would dream about it because it would play over and over in my head.
Yeah.
And by the time I woke up the next morning before school or something, like, man, I'm actually playing it. Like, it's crazy, man. So that's how I started playing.
I was the same way when I had to learn songs when I was younger. Man, I would learn it like you, just go to sleep with it. You wake up, the song just inbred in your brain, man.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah,
I can
man.
tell you got that quartet sound, man. So you grew up in
Yeah.
a quartet family, and
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did. We still kind of hit uh time to time. It's called Bryant Phase 2. It's my quartet group, family
oh,
group or
okay.
whatever. My dad plays guitar. Of course, I'm on bass. My brother plays drums, but he plays everything. Patrick Bryant. And my little brother sings, and we all sing background and just go for it, man.
So did you know learning and becoming as fluent on the bass as you are, it will open up doors that it opening for you now? Because I mean, your bass skill, especially
Um,
quartet style, is on a level never been seen before.
man, I just came up looking at videos, Malico Records, Blackberry, and all of them, like William Brothers, Canton Spirituals, Lee Williams, and all of them. Man, I came up just studying them,
Yeah,
and then I kind of like, took the style that I learned from other genres of music. And
yeah,
I was just like, man, that will go good in some quartet music, or that will go good. But I just don't. No, you can't be too busy in quartet. It's all pocket. So
yeah.
you gotta know when to do it and when to do it and when to come back and get back in the pocket and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I float with it. And I didn't know it would open up the avenues that it's open, but hey, to God be the glory, man. I don't take no credit. It's all God, man.
Yes, sir. So who were some of the bass players you grew up watching growing up? Because I think I'm a
Man,
little bit older than you. So I don't
yes,
know if
sir.
we,
Um, shoot, Mike from the Pilgrim Jubilees, love
yeah,
him. Shoot, Merlin from Canton Spirituals.
yeah.
Um,
Legend, definitely a legend, man.
Legend, man. Shoot, and then a lot of people don't know, but I listen to Victor Wooten.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
a lot of Jaco Pastorius,
yep.
Marcus Miller, and I listen to a lot of Wayman Tisdale before I got to Tulsa. But now since I've been here, it's like Wayman's in my playlist. Like I'm
Yeah,
actually
that's his
playing at
stumping ground, ain't it, Oklahoma?
yeah, man. Like I'm actually playing at the church that he used to play at
Oh,
here in
wow.
Tulsa. Yeah, Friendship Church. And shouts out to Jamal Dyer, my pastor and my church family, man. I'm playing at the church that I think it was his dad or his uncle or whatever, used to be a
Oh, okay.
pastor. And Wayman came up in that church, man, and everybody give me the stories about Wayman and how good he was and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's becoming a part of me.
I remember the first time I seen Raymond, I was a teenager, and he was
Hmm.
playing on the TV at a back to school all-star jam, and I was like, whoa. And he was
Yeah.
one of the first people I saw that just drew me in the bass like that. Besides
Hmm.
Fred Hammond, it was Raymond Tisdale.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Then as I got older, I started seeing them. I grew up in the choir era, so I started seeing
Hmm.
the Maurice Fitzgerald and
Yep.
all them cats,
Hmm.
man. So
Yeah, man. Hmm.
yeah, Raymond Tisdale is definitely a legend, man. He was an
He
excellent
is, man.
musician.
He's a beast. A beast.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you this question because we hear it all the time. But I'm gonna ask you first, which one do you prefer? Quartet or choir?
Mm. Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Because, and I'm gonna say it out of all respect, you have a lot of people a lot of musicians who play quartet but can't play choir.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes.
you have some musicians, and much respect to all my choir and praise team musicians. You have a lot of them who can't play quartet.
That's me. That's me. Yeah, I struggle with quartet.
so so it's good to know both. It's good to be a well-rounded musician, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. Coming up in quartet, it's taught me how to stay pocket and a lock. I
Yeah,
say that because in choir music, you got to learn how to groove. And sometimes if you get out of that groove with the choir, the praise team, or whatever, you'll be too busy. So playing quartet has taught me when I'm grooving with the choir or whatever, how to stay in the pocket, how to groove. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'll I'll say I love driving in quartet, but I also love grooving when it comes to, church and stuff like that. So I like quartet better, but
Yeah.
it's something about that choir, man. It's something about that choir and praise team, man. It's just the changes and stuff like that. It'd be different, man. It's different. That's all.
Yeah, I've been on this quartet this week, man. So I don't know what I was thinking yesterday, but I rolled around listening to Catch the Spiritual live in Mississippi with Mississippi Po Boy and
Live in
yeah,
Memphis,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, live in
yeah,
Memphis. And I was
yeah,
listening. I'm like, these boys is locked in, man. This the
yeah,
groove of it. And I like live in Memphis too with
yeah.
Brain. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I love quartet music. I love Sean Jones. Rest in peace. I hate to see him when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
I just love quartet music, man. I love
Yeah,
quartet
man.
William music.
Yes,
So
sir.
who is your
Yes, sir.
favorite quartet artist?
My favorite quartet, shoot, I got a couple, but I like the Jubes, man. I like old
Yeah.
school. I like the Pilgrim Jubilees, man. I like the Jews. I'm sorry, no disrespect to nobody, but man, like I came up listening to them, and then they just became a part of me, man. There's something
Yeah.
about that old school quartet, bro. That's back in the, I would say late '80s, early '90s, man. That's they were smacking on also at Malico and Blackberry, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And back then Malico had, like they had they had the
Williams
Jackson
brother.
Southern there, Warren
Yeah.
Brothers and stuff like that. Then Warren Brothers branched off and got their own thing with Blackberry. And that's when they signed the Canton Spirituals and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So man, like that era right there, that's when I was coming up. And that's when I say Quartet was smacking. They was
Man.
smacking.
Man, I remember that era too. And it's
Yeah.
still around. You still got guys
It
that's
is.
keeping it
Mm-hmm.
going. The Williams
Mm-hmm.
singles. I was
Yeah.
listening to them this morning. I think their project is very underrated, but that's an excellent project with the Williams
Yeah.
singles.
It's a good project, man. Williams singers are they're a different type.
Yeah.
They're a different type, but they still have that quartet feel, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim
Mm-hmm.
Rogers' last solo CD. Man, I felt like this should
Mm-hmm.
have got a Grammy. I think that was an excellent project.
It was, man. It was. And shouts out to Tim, man. Like humble dude. I've met Tim on numerous of occasions.
Oh, for real?
Numerous occasions. Yes, man. Matter of fact, Tim used to be in Florida a lot. And
Oh, wow.
I met him on a couple gigs and actually played for him. His sister was doing a conference at one of the conference centers down there. And man, he preached the house down, man.
Oh, for real?
Sung and preached the house down, man.
Yeah. He came to our church in 2017 and he came out the dressing room with a dashiki on. Me and the guys was like, man, who is this? I thought we were Tim Rogers. And he got on stage and he tore it up, man. I mean, he brought the house down, bro.
Yeah, he did, man. Like he's capable of tearing it down, bro.
Yeah, man. That's when I was like, this dude on another level, man.
Yeah, man.
This
Yeah,
guy's on
yeah,
another
man.
level. I love me some Tim Rogers. Love me some
Yeah.
Tim Rogers, man. But man, when it come down to playing
Mm-hmm.
quartet music, choir music, praise and worship, what advice would you give any young bass player that's coming along that help them adjust to all that, where they just don't get stuck in one style and say, "Hey, this is what I can just do, and I can't do nothing else." Because I'm pretty sure with you at your church now, I see you on TikTok sometime. Yeah, I have a choir and praise and worship team, right?
We have a choir and we have a praise and worship team.
Yeah,
So
so
with our praise and worship team, shouts out to my worship leader, Dominica Williams. She sends us music, praise team music from like, what they're doing in Atlanta and stuff like that to kind of keep our mind going. She gives us a, like a base of what she's looking for. And shouts out to my MD, Brian Jones. He's one of the baddest keyboard players, if not the baddest keyboard player in Tulsa, man. The way he lays it out for us, and we might not play it exactly like the video or something like that, but we add our own style to it. And
Yeah.
when I say we're not too busy, we still keep the format of the song, and we able to groove again. We able to groove, lock in the pocket. So, and then when it comes to choir music, I'm choir director. We still sing a lot of Timothy Wright. We do a lot of old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
still keep us, because our church is not so young. We kind of mix. You got some
Yeah.
old, and you got some middle class, and you got some young. So you know what I'm saying? We still do a lot of choir music, and some of the stuff I haven't even really listened to, because I was always so quartet based. But when I listen to it, I'm just like, oh, I've heard this before, but I might have not played it before or
Yeah.
whatever. And some of that stuff is easy. And the advice I would like to give is, man, sometimes I get lost in the pattern of the music.
Yeah.
So what I suggest to all my up and coming musicians and stuff like that, man, learn your patterns. First of all, learn your number system.
Yes.
If you learn,
Yes.
if you learn your number system as a bass player, as anybody, you can play with anybody if you learn your number system. I don't care how basic you are or whatever you want to call it. If you're able to learn your number system, you can play with me, anybody else. You just learn your number system, learn your patterns and stuff like that, and keep the originality of the music, man.
Yeah.
Don't try to add too much. Don't try to, man, they'd be like, what is people playing? Like, what's going on, man? Like, keep the originality of the music. So it don't be too big, because at the end of the day, I know we're talking about music. You don't want to take away from the message of the song. There's still a message going across. We could be
Yes.
jamming and some of everything else, but if we too loud and we doing too much over there in the corner or whatever, and they singing, people just gonna be like, "But what are they singing? They the band jamming, but what are they doing?" So everything has to lock and
Lock
complement
in.
each other, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, that's what I suggest, man. Just watch your dynamics, learn your number system, your patterns and stuff, and just play together as a band. You might be great as like I'm. Everybody say, man, you good, you great or whatever, but I'm nothing without a band.
Exactly. Exactly. And you touch a few things that I love what you said. Love, one of we're gonna talk about the number system. Man,
Hmm.
stress the people how important that is, especially bass players. You got to
Man,
know your number.
you got to know your number system, man. Like I would say, and y'all people won't believe this, but I was probably like 25, 26 when I finally actually learned my number system the right, correct way.
Yeah.
Because the way I came up, I played by ear, and my dad told me, well, this is the home, this is the 3 to 4 and stuff like that. And dad, if you're watching this, no, it wasn't the wrong way. It wasn't the wrong way. But some of the stuff that I learned within my number system was kind of backwards or
Cause you
whatever.
grew up
So
like me. We didn't have YouTube. So
we
when I
didn't.
learned the song, I just knew what home was there and just worked
Yes.
around it.
And
Yeah.
you worked around it. So when I actually learned my numbers, so he was like, "Man, can you sing your do re mi fa sol la ti do?" It was like your do is 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just like, okay. So when I learned my number system, everything kind of came together
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
playing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, so when they call out a 6, I know where to go. They call out a flat 7 or
Yeah.
3 or 4 or something, like I know where to go now. But back then I was just like, oh, okay, this is what this is or whatever. And through trial and error, I've learned it. So I play a whole step down, a whole step. And since I've been playing that, the number system have came into play a lot because some keyboard players they play by letters, like they go to
Yeah.
A or to B or something like that. So man, I just by playing so many years regular 440, I know that my A is gonna be here, a whole or either my top string.
Yeah.
I know my B is gonna be okay, either you know what I'm saying, here where my C sharp used to be at right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's really I'm transposing in my head as a
Yeah.
keyboard player
Yeah.
would do. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got buttons that a keyboard player would have. It's all in here, bro. So it's
Yeah.
came into play, man. So it's very important to know your number system. Very important.
Very important. It was even, it's crazy because I went back to school and got my degree in music. And when I
Mm-hmm.
went to school, they was like, my professor was like, get rid of that number system, bro. You got to know your notes. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the number system helped me out to be a better gospel player. But
Mm-hmm.
man, even knowing your notes is even just as good, man.
Good, good. Exactly.
Just as
Exactly.
good, man. Because
Mm-hmm.
telling you, you cannot be a great bass player and you don't know your number system or notes. It's just hard.
It's hard. It's hard, and I ain't gonna knock it. Some they can work it out and play by ear, and which I do. And using all those things together, I'm listening to where the music is going and stuff like that, and I'm actually able to call it out and do go where it
Yeah.
needs to go. You know what I'm saying? But playing with other musicians and keyboard players and stuff like that,
Especially
God,
at a black church, because you know we throw our numbers
yes,
in a heartbeat.
in a
Three, two,
heartbeat.
one.
Yeah.
Walk it
Yeah,
down,
man.
walk it up to
Walking
five.
down, walking up to the five, or walking down from the five. Like, okay, all right. And if you don't know where your five at, you don't know where your
Yeah.
three at, man. Especially with a preacher preaching and stuff like that, man.
Yes,
We
yes,
usually do
yes.
the 3, 4, and run it back down, man. If we want to hit something off or something like that, you better know where you're going.
Yeah,
You better know it.
exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
man.
man, what
Yeah,
made you go to the sixth string, man? Because, one of the
man.
greatest debate in gospel music is 5, 6,
Hmm.
5, 6, 5. I mean, what is your opinion on what a person should play in gospel music? I play a 5 string. I have a 5 string Fender. So, what's your opinion?
I'm gonna give you a story.
Okay.
Coming up, I seen everybody playing 4 and 5s,
Yeah.
and I I
Yeah.
had I had I started off playing a 4 string jazz bass Fender. Then I got a Washburn 5 string, kind of like Tommy used to have from Lee Williams. That red 5 string,
Oh,
I
okay,
had the same
okay.
one. Um, but I wanted to be different.
Ah.
I didn't want to play for when I came to a quartet concert. When I came anywhere, I'm just like, and I was playing a 6 string at 17 years old, man.
Oh,
So I
for
wanted to
real?
be, yeah. Matter of fact, the same 6 string. My uncle that was in the group I was just telling you about,
Uh-huh.
he had a SR 506, a sound gear, Ibanez, green, trimmed in gold, and it's kind of on my older videos on YouTube. And I was like, man, I don't. Oh, let me. And I started playing to see. He started letting me borrow it and stuff like that to play
Uh-huh.
around with it. And I kind of taught myself how to play because you got the C at the bottom of where the B is and stuff. And I
Uh-huh.
started playing around with it and stuff like that until one day I came home from school. I was still in high school, man, and it was laying on my bed. And I'm like, we had to sing this weekend. That same weekend, my mom was just like, "Oh, your bass." I'm like, "That's all bass." She was like, "No, it's your bass. I bought it from him. That's your bass now."
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
what? So that's how I got my first 6 string. And ever since then, man, that's all I've been playing. And yes, they say, well, a 5 string drops lower than a six and stuff like that. And in my years of playing I would get up there sometimes and I'm like, man, this dude is hitting with this five over here. God dog, he hit. But I was just like, in my head, I'm just like, what can I do to get my six to sound low in the drop like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
five? You know what I'm saying? So a couple of years ago, um, I was looking at a video with Andrew Roche, and
Oh man.
I was looking at a video. I was just like, man, he got a six. He's smacking his six, but he low. And I was trying to mimic what he was doing. I'm just like, but he up here and I'm way down here. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? And then he just finally said, well, I tune low A, drop tune. I was just like,
Oh,
okay. So that's when I took my six and I
yeah.
started drop tuning, man. So it's really your preference and what you want to play and how you want to sound, man. Like people say a four get the job done. It will get the job done, man. It's just how you play it, what
Yeah.
notes you choose to play, how you turn your songs and stuff like that. You can get a four and a five to do the job. Me,
Yeah.
I just want to be different. I don't want to be like everybody else, man. And if you notice out here, man, nobody has made it sounding like anybody else,
No.
being like anybody else.
No.
Like in order for you to stand out or stand apart, be different.
Be
And
different.
that's yep. And that's my approach. Like people are like, man, you always play a six. Can you play a five and four? Yeah, when I go to the music store, it's not no six strings laying up here for me to play.
Yeah.
So I grab a four and a five and I'll smack it and, play around with it and stuff like that. Some people want to hear me play a four and a five. I will, but
It's different for me because when I go to a music store, I grab the six string. That's what I grab. And my homeboy is like, why you got a six string? Put the six string away. I'm like, man, I very certain get to play one of these.
yeah. So and then like playing choirs and stuff like that. Six string comes into play a lot,
Yeah.
But quartet, man, it's good to have a good five and four. Yeah, it's good. It's good to
It's
have, but
it's
I just
crazy.
like my six.
I was talking to Reggie Parker one time. He's the bass
Uh-huh.
player for Hezekiah Walker all
Has
them
God
years.
Walker. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and he came and we was talking one time. He was like, man, B, go get you a four string, man. Lead them five strings low. I'm like, that's that old school talking in him, man. Cause if
Yeah,
you
man.
came before that
Mm-hmm.
2000, everybody had a four string. But man,
Mm-hmm.
if y'all haven't seen the interview, go check it out with Reggie Parker, though. Great guy, excellent musician, man. Excellent
He's a
musician.
beast. He's a
Yes,
beast.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he's underrated because he played folk string. But you go listen to his work, you'll be like, whoa.
Man, and he got that lock on the back of his neck where he can
Yeah,
tune it and
yeah,
lock it back in and so I'm just like, yeah, that's
yeah. I think
he's a
Dad got
beast.
that same thing on his bass, don't he?
Yeah, I think that, yeah, he got the same thing on his bass too.
Yeah,
Where
yeah, yeah,
they knock it out of key and they tune it up, blah, 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 and then they lock it
yeah,
back in and stuff. Yeah, yes,
yeah.
sir.
And I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I can do that because I don't know. I probably lose. I don't know. It just seems like it's harder than what it is. I don't know. I don't see how they do it, but they make it work though.
They make it work, man. They make it work.
Yeah,
They make it work
yeah,
for them, and it's just a part of practicing, and they know they show, and they know where they're
yeah,
going and stuff like that. So they're able to like knock it out of key, tune it back in some, and then knock it back in and go at it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So man, let me ask you a question, man, because I don't know how far this video gonna go. I don't know how many people gonna watch it, but encourage the young bass players coming up, man, because even where I go to church at Full Gospel, man, we got
Mm-hmm.
bass players grab it. It used to be a time everybody wanted to be a drummer. Then they get older and they want to be, but now, man, Joker's picking up the bass as their first instrument. So
Mm-hmm.
encourage the young bass players coming up, man, and tell them what can they do to build up their finger speed and skills like yours.
Man, what I want to do Again, learn your number system. And it doesn't matter who doing what, who playing for who got this opportunity, who's and man, just stay focused.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. Always keep God first. And you develop speed and stuff like that from practice.
Yeah.
You develop a lot of your nice changes and your nice licks from practice. Don't never get too good that you feel like you know everything, because it is people out here that think they know everything. And just trust me, bro. Keep
Keep
practicing.
practicing. Cause how
Keep
often you
practicing.
practice?
Man, listen, even though people think I just do covers after covers, man, when I'm doing my covers after I'm done and stuff like that, man, I might throw me some jazz on, or I might throw me some country on, or I might
Yeah.
throw I just to keep my mind
Yeah.
going, and don't stay just in the box of just learning gospel music. I know we Christians, I know we
Yeah.
keep God first, but just don't stay in the box of just learning gospel music. Just don't stay in the box of learning CCMish music or
Yeah.
slap music. Nah, learn you some country, learn you some jazz,
Listen to
learn you
some
some
Marcus
listen
Miller.
to some Marcus Miller, listen to some like just keep your mind open
Yeah.
to different stuff, because the music we play these days and the changes it just doesn't come from that gospel realm. Some comes from the R&B.
Yeah.
R&B comes
Yeah.
from the church, yes, but some stuff we do in R&B, we don't do in the church. And then
Yeah.
some of the stuff that we do in country and jazz, we don't do in the church. So always keep your mind going. Listen to, stay up on your top 40, 70, 80, whatever you want to call it. Like people like, well, do you know your top 40 and stuff like that? Listen, man, I don't know all the songs that are out these days, but hey, listen, if you sit it in front of me, I'll learn where it's going and stuff. But stay up on what's going on, man. And most of all, keep God first.
Yes.
Keep God first, man. Like with God, all things are possible, man. Like a lot of people ask, man, who you been on tour with? Who you been on tour with, and this and that? Nobody.
Mm.
Nobody, man. I've
Mm.
did all I've did by the grace of God and social media, man. And yes, I've hit some gigs and been on some major stages and met some of the who's. I've met Fred Hammond, I've met Kim Burrell, I've met the
Yeah.
who's of who. But at the same time, to say, well, I've been on the road, no, I haven't. That time will come, yes, it will. But right now, I feel like like it's not my turn yet. But when it is my turn, that's when I go ahead and take advantage of the situation, man. But
And you're gonna be
again,
ready when it comes because you preparing
exactly.
yourself.
I'm preparing myself, man. And that's the thing is to prepare yourself and just to be ready when that call is made to you, man. And just stay humble. Just stay humble. Never get the big head. Stay
Yes.
humble. Keep God
Yes.
first and stay humble. God will take you places that you would never imagine if you just keep him first and stay humble, man.
Because one thing that bothered me the most is when you see a local church musician walk around like he just the greatest. And I be like, man, you ain't played for nobody, man. You just, but you like you say, stay humble. But even Mac Ramsey said him just being humble opened up more doors than it do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And the first time I met Matt, we were at I think we were doing Carlton Pearson's tribute funeral or whatever.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the first time I met Matt, the first day he said, "What's up, man? What we gonna go eat?" So I was just like, I was just like, okay, bro. I was just like, he goofy, but man, when I
Yeah,
say so humble, down to
yeah,
earth, and like, man, we was both like we traded out on songs and stuff like that. And that's when I found out Matt Tune Low. Hey, he was like, man, you hitting
yeah.
just like I'm hitting. And hey, you play bass mods? Yeah, I play bass mods. And then I was just like, man, like, but humble dude, man. Like, I
Yeah,
would have thought like he was gonna be like an arrogant musician, being that he don't play for like Matt has the resume. He done
yeah.
been overseas with Kirk. Like, I thought he would have been like one of those arrogant
You want me to tell you
musicians.
who else like that? Jonathan the Voice, man.
Yes. He'll come on the social media and he'll say, but guys like that is real down to earth, man. I'm just like,
Yes.
wow,
Because he
wow.
played and been in the game so long. When I first interviewed him, I was so nervous. He was like, listen, time out. He like, bro, just be yourself with me. Down to earth
Yeah.
dude, man. Humble
Yeah,
guy,
man.
man.
Humble, yeah, man. Real
Yeah,
humble. So
yeah,
I appreciate those who have been on the scene, who are on the scene,
yes,
who are humble and down to earth, and they're able to pour into, musicians like us, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because we stand back and look and we be like, well, how's this dude attitude? You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then when they actually
exactly.
do come, it makes me feel better. Like, you know what? It is some good musicians. There's some good people
Yeah,
out here, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah,
And I'm so
yeah.
blessed. I'm so blessed and grateful for the platform God had gave me with my podcast. Because I never thought today I would be talking to Snoop. I'd be talking to Matt, Jonathan Du Bois, Reggie Parker, members of
Mm-hmm.
commission, you.
Mm-hmm.
So God is grateful, man, and He keep every guy I talked to over this last past year. I have been so humble. And I tell
Mm-hmm.
jokers that are local, man, if they can go travel the world and still be down to earth, why can't you not play at church on Sunday and not be, you
And
know
be
what
the
I mean?
same.
Yeah, exactly. That's true though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is,
Snoop
man.
Evans, the bass player from Detroit that used to play for Fred, the
Fred
most
Hammond, yeah.
the earth dude you gonna ever meet, man.
Down to earth. I met
Yeah.
him in Florida, man, and he was just like, man, like he was playing for Lisa Knowles down there at a gig.
Okay.
And he was just like, and we had to open up for him. He was like, man, you dope, man. Like you nice. And I was just like, no, nigga, I know you dope. I follow you. Like you are nice. It's just like, but for him to even give me a comment and stuff like that, and he actually put me on with one of the interview in Detroit that
Okay, okay.
and I was just like, he was like, man, Snoop, recommended you. I was just like, and I DM'd on Instagram. I was just like, man, much respect, man. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. He just like, I told you I got you, bro. Like, that meant a lot.
That's
You know
him.
what I'm saying?
That's
Because
him.
people can tell you, like, bro, I got you. Like, I'm gonna try to hook you up and put you on with some people, and you don't never hear from them, never ever again. But I appreciate it. And Snoop, if you're watching this, bro, I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great guy. Man, you got a new project out and you working on some things, man. So tell everybody
hmm
about your new project because we definitely want everybody to go check it out.
Okay, well, my new project is called Redemption. Man, it's kind of jazzy, funky. I wanted to mesh the jazz and the funk together. It's a couple good tracks, and it was an EP, and
Okay.
I'm finishing up some more tracks. Angelo Hurley, shouts out to you. He helped me with T-Way, my brother Patrick Bryant, Brian Jones is on it. Dre Hurd from Gulfport, Mississippi. He's playing keys on it as well.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing somebody. The saxophone player from Tulsa, Braylon Deadman, he's on it, man. I just wanted to give them shouts out because I appreciate people don't have to help you, you know.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I forgot T Aaron Music and Chris Darden. Chris Darden plays drums for John P. Key. He's actually on it as well.
Great
So
musician, man. Great
great
musician.
musician.
Yep.
So I have some of the great musicians on there, and man, it's just that's not it. But go check it out. It's on iTunes. I actually did a video. My wife helped me produce at Church Studios here in Tulsa. I have a music video that goes along with it, but it's on every streaming platform, and it's more coming. It's
So
more
it's
coming as
on
soon as it all.
YouTube, Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Music,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify, all streaming
Spotify,
networks.
all streaming networks, man. Just type in Redemption Six Strings. You're gonna find it, man.
Yes,
You're
sir.
gonna find
Yes,
it.
sir. Man, everybody go check that out. Please go
Mm-hmm.
check it out, man. Uh, how can I say this, man? Thank you, bro.
No
Thank you
problem.
for
No
taking out the
problem.
time and sitting and talking with me today. Man, this is an awesome conversation we had.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
love this interviewing anybody from the gospel industry, but I love talking to a fellow bass player because there's something about them, they just connect. We just on the same page.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I appreciate you as well, man. It took us a little minute, but I told my wife, I'm like, man, I really want to do this podcast because seeing the people you had on it, even when you told me you said you had Matt on there, I'm just like, man, I got to get on here with him because you never know, by us even networking with each other, how we can help each other.
Exactly. And let me tell you a crazy story. When I had been watching it for years, but about 2 months ago, I pulled it up at church. I told the guys, I was like, man, I got to see this dude. Everybody was like, man, we know 6 String. He already been following him. So we sat there and watched about 5 videos. Man, I turned around, I got a whole crowd behind me. But I was like, man, this dude is, man, bro. So we love you at our church, man. We are definitely supporting you and fans, man.
Thank you. Tell everybody, man. Tell all your fellow musicians, and I appreciate the support. You know, people don't have to support you. People don't have to listen to you, but I really appreciate everybody, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Be definitely a follower of you, man. And I just want to say thank you again. But before we leave, tell everybody social media information. You can't
just type in the number 6 STRANGS 6 Strings. Type in the number 6 STRANGS. You'll find me on TikTok. You'll find me on Instagram. You'll find me on Facebook. My music page is 6 Strings, but my actual personal page, a lot of people follow, is Junior. I am 6 Strings Bryant on Facebook or whatever. YouTube, the same thing, 6 Strings or whatever. But just type in, you'll find me. I promise you'll find me.
Okay. And tell everybody again about your new project, Redemption. You can find me on iTunes, Apple Music. You can find me on YouTube. Anywhere, man. Anywhere you can download music, stream music, Spotify. I'm on there. Check me out, man. Yes, sir. Well, on behalf of God Said Music Podcast, we want to say thank you again. We appreciate it. It's not your last time coming. You know you coming back, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You definitely coming back, man. But if y'all watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, hit the like button, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Check out his new project on all streaming networks, Redemption. Hey, till I see y'all again, peace.
Let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. All right. I got one more question. Can I ask you one question? I don't mean to be nosy. Anybody got the Holy Ghost? Anybody got the Holy Ghost? Anybody got the Holy Ghost? I know that the Lord been good to me. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Ain't he been good? Ain't he been good? I tell you, you know what I tell him sometimes? I may not have a Mercedes Benz, but I sure thank you for the little car you gave me. I may not have a condominium, but I thank you for my little house that you blessed me with. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.